should come up with a better name.
I don't like any of this.
Shout out to Wifey. We're chilling at the office. Figured I'd hop on here, do a little live Q&A for y'all.
Not as in like you guys showered today.
She's complaining about her greasy hair is what she's
doing.
Oh man. So how's everyone doing today? Drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from, how your day is going. Basically just hopping on here doing a little live Q&A for you guys. Got Michael from Virginia. What's up? So this is going to be kind of an open-ended broadcast. I don't really have like a topic or anything on my mind. Pretty much when it comes to Amazon, eBay, entrepreneurship, health, fitness, wellness, all that fun stuff. I'm here to chit-chat with y'all. Got Austin, Texas. I see Mr. 19 Cells, Lewis. Got Philly in the house. West Coast, Florida. Flipping Cheddar. Should be following that Instagram account if you guys are not. Do it. Hello from Chicago, Boston. What is up, guys? Cool. So we're going to do a, yeah, Lewis got the sun. Oh, we got the sun. Lewis got the rain. We flip-flop. You guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's a little bit of sunshine out there today. It's amazing. We haven't, actually, I just realized we have not done since our side hustle vlog where we first got the office space like 4 months ago. We haven't done an update on everything we've done to it so far. We cut out a hole in the wall right here. And so it goes into the other half of our little warehouse setup. So that's our prep and shipping.
The professionals did.
The professionals did. I cut out the 2x4s that were in there, but
don't panic, Ashlyn. This is all up to code.
It's all up to code, I'm sure. So that's our prepping and shipping area back there. And then of course behind us is our inventory room. So yeah, we should do an update video for you guys. I'll put that on my to-do list for y'all. So we're doing open-ended chat tonight. So if you guys have questions, drop them below in the comment section. If you are watching the recording and you have questions that were not answered on this, you can also drop those below. Yeah, it really is a perfect setup. We scored when it comes to our whole warehouse space right here because it's 1,000 square feet. And we also have an additional 1,000 square feet with a business partner on the other half. So it's all connected by 2 doors. So we have a co-working environment technically for 2,000 square feet. But we scored because we walked by this place and Trista called on it. I wasn't even going to. Trista was like, we should call on that office space because we were looking. And it ended up being, they had 1,000 square feet open for $1 a square foot. And we couldn't afford $1,000 a month extra at the time. And so he emailed back, it was what, 2 weeks later, emailed back 2 weeks later and said, hey, I've got a 600 square foot space that might be good for you guys. So we worked out a deal where we actually got locked in for like a trial for $500 for the first 3 months. And then we got access to the full 1,000 square feet, which we have now. And so far we're keeping the lights on and rent paid. We're that's like our main goal each month. If we can get all of our bills paid and then still have some play money, we're good to go. But so far it's an amazing setup. We love it. We have an inventory room in the back for I will give you guys the full tour, but I've got products on the other half that are wholesale that I don't want out on the interwebs. Once I have that all cleaned up and put like a blanket over those, then I'll do a full YouTube office walkthrough video for you guys. But let's dive into questions. If you guys have those, drop them in the comments below. Ohio. Oh man, I know. I've been seeing some clips. Ohio's got the snow right now. Oh, sweet. Thanks to you, my track shoes sales have skyrocketed. That's amazing. Yeah, the track and field edition Nikes, those things are freaking gold. You have like the Javelin, they have a discus and shot put version, which is like the rubber bottom. Then you have your typical sprints, which are your super thin soled ones. But usually they're about $17 to $18 to buy, and they sell between $60 and $80, depending on the colorway. If anyone found those bright yellow, I think they were the Rio Olympics colorway. The pink and yellow. Yeah, they were the Rio Olympics edition.
I don't know if they were Rio, but they were cool.
Yeah, they were cool looking. That's all that mattered. But I sold those for $80. So that was fun. I have a really odd question in regards to shipping. Yeah, drop it below. We can definitely answer that for you. Well, hopefully. If I don't know the answer, I'm just straight with you guys. I don't try to BS with it. What is the best way to find products to sell on Amazon, eBay? You have to, a couple things. One, you have to be willing to go out and look up comps. That's the biggest thing. Too many people sit around pondering the idea of selling products, or maybe you have sold a few things, but you're constantly questioning what types of products should I sell? Where do I find them? You've got to put in that work. We have sources that it took us months, and in some cases, over a year to develop relationships with vendors, suppliers, managers of retail stores. It took time to get to where we are. So if you want to find the best way to get products, you have to know what the customers are buying. So buy stuff that's in demand. Just because you find a good deal on something doesn't mean it's going to sell. I see too many people, and I've made this mistake. Trista's done it too, where we find something that's really cheap and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cheap. I can make $80 on it. But if you're going to sit on that for 6 months or a year, is it really worth to sit on for that long just to flip rather than buying stuff that's in demand and then finding sourcing methods around that, because you know your stuff is going to move within 30 to 60 days. Volt, that's what it was. Thanks, Cheddar. I love this guy's.
You just sound like a newscaster. Thanks, Cheddar.
Thanks, Cheddar. And in other news.
And another news.
No, flipping Cheddar, man. You scored the best Instagram handle. It's amazing.
It's pretty great.
I love it. All right, I'm trying to scroll back up to where I last left off here. Shout out to Callie, walking into the gym right now. She's a part of our 6-week program. I didn't do a YouTube video on it this round, but I will for the next one. We're on day 2 of my own fitness and nutrition program that I developed with the Rise Up Crew is that brand. So Callie's part of our little test group for that. All right, let me scroll back down, get some questions. There we go. Do I get jazzed about going into work? Heck yes, I do. Nice to have it out of our house. Yes. You guys, I got told so many times by so many different people in different businesses that we should not do an office. We should not get an office. If we had a decent sized garage we were building out of for our first 2 years, and everyone said do not get an office. But we're both the type that, well, yes, we love the freedom from working at home. There's no separation. And some of you will get this if you have an office space, that you know what I'm talking about. It gets to a point where it literally just consumes your life. Even if we weren't in the garage working, it was so easy to, bring product or something into the house, or to just be like, oh, well, I need to go finish up this. And it's 5 steps that way through the kitchen to go to the garage. We just got to the point where it's like we really, really, really wanted that separation. So for us to have here, were we 5 months in?
We
it was right after Thanksgiving
right
we got
after
in here.
Thanksgiving, but we weren't really moved in until like Christmas time.
Yeah, so really like 4 solid months in here in the office. At least for me, I would not have it any other way. Can you say the same?
No, I love it. Especially having a toddler at home, like he doesn't understand that we work out of our home, so he gets frustrated with us when we're working at home.
Can you guys hear when Trista's talking, by the way? Hopefully. Yeah, the separation has been amazing. It's funny, like now that we have the office, I can never go back to working straight out of my house, at least with the products based business. I do a lot of my online work still at home, by the way. I don't come into the office most days until about 10 or 11, just because I can get my online work done at home. But when it comes to the Amazon stuff and the eBay stuff, which is a lot more physically demanding, then that's where the office space has been tremendous. Okay, let me scroll back down here. Callie's Nikes are getting in some work tonight. I love it. Corey says, just started following you guys and listing on eBay. Also live in Washington. Nice. Which part of Washington? I'm up in Vancouver. Not super often. Most of you should know by now if you follow our Instagram. I'm transitioning out of retail arbitrage into wholesale. I'm got so burnt out on all the driving. But when I was doing retail arbitrage pretty much full time, Corey's Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver is where I would pop up there like once a week, go hit up the Ross and Targets and all that stuff.
You have really nice retail stores up there.
I know Vancouver's got some good stuff up there. Like if I didn't live an hour and a half away, I'd be up there a lot more. Can I share my book condition notes? I can't because I don't sell books. I go through waves of different inventory. I sell the types of products that I feel like selling most of the time. Sometimes I go through waves and I'll use eFlip as a great program for that. But Amazon to Amazon flips, and then I'll go out to Goodwills, thrift stores, and buy up books that way. I don't have any preset condition notes though. I keep mine very basic, very simple. But that's because I don't do enough book selling volume to really need the pre-written condition notes. If you do volume, then absolutely that's going to save you a lot of time. I don't have any templates I can give you though. Best way to start, hold on, I'm reading this backwards. Tristan and I both, it's funny, we both have dyslexia. So we oftentimes are flip-flopping words.
But we've become so,
it's kind of funny.
Like, we've been married so long. We know what each other means, and we flop things
Even
around.
if it makes no sense. Best way.
Me, or am I just talking
I don't know. Can you guys hear Trista at all? Best way to get started flipping on eBay with limited funds. Fast flips, guys. If you're limited on cash, you need to be sourcing stuff that is a low cost and that's going to sell quick. Because if you are buying stuff that is a higher cost and it has a higher potential profit, but you're sitting on it for months, you're going to run out of cash and you're going to hit this wall where you have all this inventory listed and waiting to sell, but then you're in the difficult part of not being able to go out and buy more. So you need to focus on fast flips because cash flow in this business, doesn't matter if it's Amazon or eBay, cash flow in this business is absolutely like crucial for you to scale. Absolutely crucial. Shout out to Flip and Cheddar. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. If you guys are not following this guy on Instagram, go check him out. His handle is just what you can see there in the chat, Flip and Cheddar. One of the best handles I think ever created. I love it. So that's my take on starting eBay or Amazon on limited funds. You focus on quick flips. Even if you're doing a lower ROI, get those quick flips going because that's really going to help you guys out as far as getting your cash flow up. Once you start to have positive cash flow that's consistent, then you can start to buy the stuff that maybe takes a little bit longer to sell for a higher margin and build your way up that way. That's at least the way that we've done it. We've seen, I think our entire business was built on quick flips to really get the cash flow going. In the beginning, I made the mistake because I was doing a lot of electronics in the beginning. So some of my buy costs were $50, $60, $70 for old electronics, but I was selling them for 100 plus. But because they were such a high buy cost, I would buy a bunch of electronics, send them into Amazon, and then I'd sit here and go, well, I don't have any more money for another 2 weeks until my disbursement. So that's when I switched everything over to fast flips with a lower ROI, but just go for volume at that point. And then when you have enough cash flow, you can do a combo of both. Darnell, does that make sense? Lewis says, thanks for setting me straight today. Overthinking the shoe game, stepping up the warehouse deal tomorrow to ship you all my OA stuff. Nice. Yeah, so I'll do a quick plug on that. So in our VIP group, which is a private Facebook, basically an accountability group for your business is what we created. So our guy Lewis is in there and he hit this roadblock and he was asking all these different questions about knowing what products to buy. And I told him, stop overthinking it. Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed by all the different options. Get into the stores and just look up the comps. That's how you learn what's in demand. That's how you learn the pricing of stuff. You have to spend time in the store practicing, looking up every single item until you start to know a certain niche. Then you can walk in and score those deals quick like you see some of us do. But it's taken a lot of hours of practice and looking up comps in any category to really learn that. Especially with shoes. I mean, you got guys like the hustler boys, right? You got Hacks and B. These guys walk into a Ross, they don't need their phone. They just boom, 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 boom. They can snipe those deals, but they spent hours and hours and hours of practicing their craft and learning the ins and outs of that specific niche. So that's something you guys need to do too. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, with any business, not just this one, just stop overthinking it. We as humans, we love to overcomplicate everything. Just stop, look up the comps. Even on stuff that you don't think would sell, look up the comps anyways, so you can learn what the different things are. Shout out to Mr. Chad. That's up, man. That's awesome. So Chad, man, probably the guy who's been with us step by step along the way the longest. Yeah, scoot over here. I'm not going to turn my camera.
Hi, Chad.
My man Chad. We used to play Xbox back like man,
Yeah.
9-10 years ago when I started this whole like entrepreneur journey. Me and my boy Chad, we'd sit on Xbox and like talk business. It was so funny.
He's probably been one of those people who's just supported us.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Speaking of which,
a mentor.
he runs an amazing he runs an amazing tech channel. So highly recommend him. You can see him right here in the chat. CWC Technologies, unboxing videos, gears, gadgets, all that fun stuff. So highly recommend. Go check him out. All right. I don't know why YouTube chat does this, but when I'm scrolling, if there's new comments, it like bumps it all the way down. So I have to scroll back up. That's why there's little breaks here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, they can hear you. I'm finally getting down enough where I can read these. All right, I think we're back. All right, we're on the right track. Can I please give a recommendation on videos for starting the Amazon process? Already have the product, find seller central, difficult to getting my footing. Trish, we have a basic Amazon FBA for beginners series already recorded on our channel. So just go check out the main channel. It's under a playlist actually, so it's all categorized pretty neatly for you. I will say though, I've got this big old whiteboard. Those are all videos that I'm going to be recording very soon. And I was trying to make sure, yeah, one of them is the 2018 version of Amazon FBA for beginners. I've got how many? I've got at least 15 videos up there, and they're all going to be free. They're going to be posted here on YouTube. They're all going to be free. And it's going to streamline everything you possibly need to know as a beginner getting into Amazon in 2018, because 2018 Amazon is very different than it was 2 years ago when I first started and I first did those original videos. So I'm going to do a whole updated series for you guys. What are my thoughts on making revenue? Hold on, let me make sure I read this right. What's your thoughts on making revenue off making YouTube videos about the protect you have? You probably meant to say product, but product you have listed on eBay. I don't personally do that method, like showing my product that's on eBay to drive traffic over there. Some people do it. I just personal preference. I don't like throw our eBay store up there for people to buy from. It's a method that people do and it works. So it's all trial and error. So try it out, see if it works for you. When it comes to YouTube and content creation and monetizing, I'm very big on, you've got to make sure you're providing sickening value first. I'm a very Gary V mindset when it comes to that stuff. Jab, 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 right hook. So you've got to be providing consistent quality content that's going to help people out before you even think about monetizing, especially with a YouTube channel. You've got to make sure that you've got everything, your foundation built with your audience before you start to throw affiliate links and products and all that kind of stuff their way. It's the same thing we did here. I didn't monetize this channel for 7 months. For 7 months, I put out good quality content, documented our journey before I even thought about monetizing. Then I flipped on the YouTube ads and we started doing affiliate marketing, but I make sure that one, they're products that I personally use, that I promote. And two, I make sure I'm providing you guys value first before we throw product links and all that kind of stuff. What's up, Gretchen? We've got our admin support, Ms. Gretchen, in the house. All right. I think we're back scrolling where we need to be on here. Javier says, hello, just saw your video on starting on Amazon. I'm just starting and wanted to know if I should Use my Amazon login info or set different for selling. Get a tax ID. You don't need anything special to start selling on Amazon. There's so many people that just start selling. This is what we did, sell as a sole proprietor, which means you're using your social security number as your tax ID. If you get an LLC or a different corp or something like that, then you get an EIN and a different tax ID associated with that. But yeah, just keep it simple in the beginning. Don't worry about getting into like the crazy tax ID and all that kind of stuff. When it gets into like taxes and those kind of questions, we don't answer those here on the channel because we're not a CPA and it's different state by state. So you need to contact a local CPA and see what's best for you. What's the best way to ship full Coke collectible bottles? Haven't listed any yet because I have to declare on US Customs and on Guam. Bubble wrap, lots and lots of bubble wrap. I actually have some of they're still sealed old Coke collectors bottles too. So I haven't listed them yet, but I've already started thinking about when I'm going to list those and how I'm going to ship them. But it's going to be it's got to be bubble wrap is going to be your best friend in that. You just do whatever you need to do to make sure those are not going to bust and break. Oh, Lewis, nice. Sold a Palm Pilot new in the package from a garage sale. Paid $1, sold for 75. Electronics, guys. Old electronics. I friggin' love them. What's up, Jen? Shout out to Jen. She runs a YouTube channel too, so go check her out, Jenemy. She's another one of our clients within the Rise Up Crew 6-week challenge. Day 2, these guys are going to be sore when it comes to tomorrow. All right, cool, Darnell. I'm glad that helped out. Mr. Chad, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Again, CWC Technologies, my good buddy Chad. Gee, man, I think I would have to look at Facebook. It's literally been like 10 years now since we've been in contact.
We've never met him.
No, that's the shocking part. Like, Chad is a prime example. My buddy Chad is a prime example of how powerful the internet is because we've never physically like met face to face, but if we did, it wouldn't feel like we had never met. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's hard to explain. You meet certain people and develop certain relationships through the power of the internet here, YouTube, Facebook, etc., where you make amazing connections and relationships in life. Next bottle of wine is on Uncle Chad. I love it. That's what the super chat was. So funny. All right, Callie. Peace out, girl. Go kick some butt. Literally, because it's leg day. Crack myself up sometimes. Oh, what's up, Tony? Over in Woodburn. Nice. You're just, how far away is Woodburn? Well, now with the bypass in.
Like 30 minutes.
It'd be like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
All right, I need to scroll back up, guys. I need to scroll back up. Omar's coming up to Oregon next week. Yes, he is. We're going to go hit up some Nike, hit up some Ross. We're going to do like a little mini pop-up meetup. Oh, P.S. I forgot to tell my wife about
really
this.
Interesting conversation you're having right now. Yeah.
Hold on. You guys get to hear this
what
live,
happens
by the way.
in our marriage.
Hold up. I need to look up the date. Okay, I need to look it up because I don't remember which one it was. I believe it's the 21st. Sorry. I believe the 21st, we're going to do a little pop-up Portland, Oregon meetup. So if you're in the Oregon area, I know we got a lot of Oregon people that watch this. We're going to do a pop-up meetup. Keep it casual. Just do dinner and drinks. My buddy Omar is going to come up, one of our VIP clients. So he's coming up. We're going to source some Nike. But yeah, pop-up Oregon meetup happening. I'll lock down an actual. We need to look at a venue for that.
What day is this?
I think
I have to plan all this stuff.
I know.
April
It's on my
21st?
phone. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think the 21st. Oh man. So funny. All right, here we go. Back to the questions.
Oh, there goes gravity.
All right, here we go. Yes, you guys, if you're in the Tampa area, oh, I know Tampa already happened. Yeah, Flippin' Cheddar just said it. Tampa met up in April with Hustler Hacks. And that was an amazing weekend. We had Hustler Hacks and Hustle Bee up here in Portland. Got to bring them out to the office, got to hang out with them. It was amazing. All right, I'm scrolling up, making sure to not miss anything. All right, cool. There we go. Again, this is just kind of open-ended, super laid-back session here. If you guys have questions, drop those below. What do I think about all of this chatter with Nike and eBay suspending a bunch of sellers? Rumors of truth. I think there's truth behind it because there are a lot more people getting suspended, but it's over stuff that people should be really watching out for anyways. And a lot of it has to do with listing defects on your Nike shoes. I've personally gotten messaged a few times by a couple people. One in particular opened up an eBay account, listed his first item was a pair of Nike shoes, and he got suspended the next day. And that happened this week. So I think there's truth behind the suspensions happening, but I don't think it needs to be like this fear-based thing where everyone starts freaking out about their accounts. As long as you're listing, like if you buy a pair of shoes from Ross and it has a little string or a snag or has scuffing on the bottom because they were worn in a store, whatever it may be, you cannot list that as brand new because it's not. It has defects, so you need to make sure you list new with defects. And that's what this whole thing is about. That's what this whole thing is about. So proceed with caution, but I don't think it needs to be like this big fear-driven thing. We see this stuff happen in Amazon world all the time. One little thing happens or one little thing is said, and all of a sudden all the Amazon groups lose their minds. So I don't think it needs to be this thing that is blown up out of proportion, but just list accordingly based on what type of product that you have. All right, Jen, go kick some butt. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my brother. Chad, shout out one last time. CWC Technologies does a lot of unboxing, reviews, anything tech and gadgets. I'm definitely subscribed. I love tech and gadgets myself, so go check him out. Puts out some of the best content that we know of. Oh, nice. Fortnite. I just started Fortnite, by the way. I just started. If you guys want to add me, I'm on Xbox, but if you guys want to add me, it's I just changed my gamer tag to Funky Pops with a Z at the end. I figure I've been collecting these things so much, I'm just going to change my gamer tag to Funky Pops. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys are watching the chat right now, go give chat a yep, there you go, 19 cells. Funky Pops. Go give chat a sub. Flippin' Cheddar is out. Peace out, my brother. Yeah, Chad, give me an ad. I'm not on a lot, but I'm trying to, that's my version of leisure time, so I'm trying to get that in a couple times a week.
It's not really a game you can play with Titus in the room.
Yeah. No, Fortnite you can.
Oh, really?
You're thinking of like Mortal Kombat and the other ones.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Sometimes I'll play Mortal Kombat and Ty will come running through the stairs as I'm like doing a fatality move. I'm like, no, you can't see this.
Mommy yells, it's not good.
Gretchen, Chaz, do we still have space in the VIP? You have someone asking how to join. Yes, we have 35. We have 35 spots left in our VIP group. And once we fill those 35 spots, I'm going to close it down and we're not going to be taking new people for a while. So if you guys want to be in on that, it's a private Facebook accountability group for your business. I'm personally in there. Trista's in there, and we come in and we do a weekly hangout. So we come on and do this type of video, but it's all the members who want to do their own video. We're all on the same page using Zoom. So we do a weekly hangout, and I'm starting to do one-on-one phone calls with everybody. And we go in there, we teach you different niches is what we try to do. So we bring in special guest speakers to teach you about video games and shoes and books and all these great things. But it's $20 a month if you want to get in on that. Now's the time, because once we fill these last spots, they are out. We cap it at 200 people, just to keep that intimate privacy within a community. Because once you get to a certain level, you guys are on Facebook groups, so you know how this goes. Once you get a group that's to a certain number, it loses that intimate feel that it once had. So I did not want to lose that with this, and we're making this thing the best little community that we can. And our goal is to help you guys make money. That's what we're all doing this business for, right? So I'm in there as much as I can be, commenting, answering questions, taking one-on-one calls. You guys have access to my cell phone, actually, so you guys can text me, call me. My job is to help you guys scale your business. That's what I'm in there for. So if you guys do want to get into that, just go sidehustleprosvip.com, and you can check that out. If you're watching the recording and you want a direct link, you can check it out right here. I'll actually just type it, sidehustleprosvip.com. If you're watching the live chat, just type that in there for you. And for some reason it tagged me, so you can't click on it, I don't think. But that's how you get in there. That's what it's about. Where do I source wholesale, and how do I know what to buy? One, I'm not going to tell you where I source, because why would I give away my source, right? We have a channel with 50,000 people. I'm never going to give away my source, but I can tell you how to get stuff. My goal with this channel, with our Instagram, with our VIP group, is not necessarily to give you the fish. Sure, in our VIP group, I give out bolos all the time. I tell people what kind of fish to go hunt down. But instead of giving you the fish all the time, why not teach you how to fish, and you can go find your own? So when it comes to wholesale, because you guys know we're transitioning right now from doing the retail and online arbitrage game over to wholesale, and then after wholesale is going to be private label. How we're making that transition is simple. Find the brands that you want to sell, call or email the companies, and ask them for a wholesale account. If they can't give you a wholesale account, ask them for a list of distributors that can. End of story. That's it. Do that over and over and over and over. You will find accounts. Now, getting the account is only phase one. That's the easy part. Once somebody accepts you and you have the account, then you have to go through their list, their catalog. So then you have to go through and find the actual profitable products. I just got a wholesale list 2 days ago. Yesterday morning, I got a wholesale list. Out of about, I think there was 80 different SKUs, I found 3 that were profitable. Out of the 3 that were profitable, only one of them was going to be like a for sure deal. And that's just one example. Some of these lists have hundreds, if not thousands of products, and you might only find 3, 4, or 5, maybe 10 products. So that's the second half of the equation. That just comes with footwork. If you have tactical arbitrage, which I highly recommend, there's actually a feature in there. You can upload the catalog to it, set your filters for, let's say, 20% ROI underneath a 200,000 rank, and you can have tactical arbitrage scan the whole wholesale list. It's a fun one. A whole wholesale list, and it will scan all that for you. But there's no secret to it, guys. There's no magic formula. It's just simply call or email the brands or vendors that you want to get in with. And then from that, you simply need to find the products. And that comes through use your seller's app, use something like Reselling on Amazon page. And you have to go through and one by one, check those products and find the one that's going to be profitable for you. And then phase 3 is developing a relationship with whatever sales rep you're talking to, because then you can start to negotiate the discounts and develop that business relationship after that. It took me many months to find one decent wholesale product, and now I'm merchant filling prime. So I'm doing prime listings with merchant filling, which you can do right now, and I sold 6 today, so it's slowly starting to get more and more sales per day. And then we've got another wholesale product where I just put an order this morning. Actually, we're ordering quite a few of them, because the buy cost is about $5 with shipping. It's going to be about $5, and we're going to make about a $6 to $7 profit. So that is another example. That took me months of practice to do. But I think the biggest hang up with people wanting to do wholesale, because this is what I did. I constantly said, I want to get into wholesale. And so I would email every now and then. I would email somebody like, hey, I want a wholesale account. And if they decline me, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go try another one. It's when I sat down and I got consistent and I started sending out a lot of emails and making a lot of phone calls. That's when you start to find these wholesale accounts, guys. So if you're sitting around saying that you want to do wholesale and you're trying, my first question is, how many emails have you sent out this week? You can't send out an email a week and expect to make it big in the wholesale game. You got to take massive action with whatever goal you have. Peace out, Lewis. We will see you later. And I believe we're gonna. I'm not personally on the phone call, but I believe you're having a phone call with our prep center tomorrow. So we will look forward to it. And it says, I forgot to thank you guys earlier about your raw sourcing info. I started source in another place, scratch and dent shoes, flip on eBay. Your one single Ross video, total game changer. Nice, awesome. Yeah, my one thing is if you're sourcing anything that has scuffs, defects, dents, anything like that, just make sure you're listing it accurately on eBay, because that's where you hear about these suspensions and all that stuff, because people are listing brand new, even if the item has defects on it. So just make sure you're listing accordingly. Edwin, are you in our VIP group by chance? So if you're in our VIP group, I do phone calls. And in that case, my phone number is in the VIP group. So shoot me a text and then I can give you a call. We'll set up a time for that. Au revoir. Do you want to say bye to the peeps?
Goodbye. To go pick up the baby.
And a microwave.
And a microwave for the office.
We're working on our kitchen setup back here. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Adios.
Don't forget to shut everything off.
I'll lock up. Hopefully I don't forget. Jennifer, can you get into our Facebook pages? Yes. There's usually several hundred people per week that request to get into the different pages that we have. So if you're in the pending section, message me directly on Facebook. Just look up Charles Leslie on Facebook, message me directly, and then I can manually plug you in there. Sometimes there's a wait time to get into like FBA Rockstars or eBay Rockstars, because we have a lot of people that make fake accounts and try to spam. So we have to manually check each profile before we accept them into the group. And when you have sometimes 500 plus a week, that can definitely add up. So sometimes there's a little bit of a wait time. But if you message me directly, we can bypass that and I can get you plugged in. But aside from that, if you guys have any last minute questions, drop those below. Figure I'm going to start coming on here probably once a week and doing little Q&A sessions for you guys. Give me a few more days. I'll be back to normal. I'm getting over the sore throat and coughing crap up. Tristan and I both got hit hard. We had the stomach flu for like 2 days. We were fine for about 4 days, and then we both got hit with sinus congestion and sore throat and all that. So our pages that we have on Facebook, we have Amazon FBA Rockstars, we have eBay Rockstars, and then our VIP group. But you can't get into the VIP group without the membership, which can be done through SideHustleProsVIP.com. I'm swearing now that I'm going to stay up to date with you guys here on IG. We relocate to the States. Can't wait. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Anna. Hi there. I was wondering, I saw your earlier videos with bulk. How did that work for you? Have you found anything that works better? So here's the thing, guys. Please look at the timestamps right? A lot of people think that I'm doing bulk or 888 lots now, and I'm not, because they don't look at the timestamps on the videos. Those were 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was able to get a hold of through like bulk.com 888 lots. There was a lot of new in the box product, and it was easily attainable because there weren't many people on those websites. So I did flip, and I did make a profit on all the videos that you saw. There's a few misconceptions. Trust me, I did not get paid to do those videos. I have invoices. If anyone wants to try to call me out, I have invoices I can send you. I paid for all those products myself. I can show you the inventory lab report that shows the profit made, but the market got saturated. Amazon got very, very strict. So I do not, repeat, do not recommend liquidation items on Amazon. Can you do items like bulk or sites like bulk.com, 888 lots, and do them on eBay and make money? Absolutely. I personally don't, because I want to focus on our Amazon side. Trista does the eBay side, but I will not touch liquidation on Amazon because they are getting very strict. They like a paper trail that shows proof of authentic products. And a lot of times you might get hit with IP claims if you're dealing with people's private label products that make it into those boxes sometimes too. But did they work at the time? Yes, I definitely made some money on those. But after doing the pallets, we switched over. We were 100% retail and online arbitrage. Did that for, I don't even know, a year and a half, probably a solid year and a half, almost 2 years. And now we're just in the doorway of wholesale. We've got a couple SKUs that we're selling right now. We were working on a few more SKUs to add to it. And once we get the wholesale game running in autopilot, or as autopilot as it can be, then we'll tag on private label and go down that route. With Amazon, have you guys gotten into private label products yet? If so, how many products? We do not have private label right now. Yeah, the timeline has been retail, online arbitrage. We're just now getting into wholesale. I've been selling products for about a month on wholesale. So we have 6 SKUs right now wholesale. I just put in an order this morning, so we'll have 10 total SKUs. I put in an order for 4 different SKUs this morning. So we'll have 10 wholesale products that we're selling, which are replens. We can order them every month. And then once we grow that business, I want to make 6 figures just on the wholesale products. Once we hit the 6-figure mark, or even a little bit before then we can tag on private label. Can private label be done with US manufacturers? Yes, it can. I'm not in private label world, so I don't know the ins and outs and costs and all that kind of stuff. But from what I hear, US is going to be a little bit more expensive. That's why everyone usually goes to China. But there's plenty of people that manufacture US base. As long as you're getting the right pricing with the right people and you're able to have your margin, go for it. Everyone goes to China just because it's so cheap. You can get thousands of units of products for so cheap over there. With wholesale, is there a specific site you guys are getting products from, or is it having a relationship with different vendors? Yes, we get products from a specific website, not just one, but several. And we have a vendor that hunts down these deals too. So we get emails every day of different products that they have. Nice, Jake. Welcome. I'll get you plugged in once we're done with this little live. I'll go through, and if you saw on your thank you page, there was a link to the Facebook group. If you did not click on that, message me either on Facebook or Instagram. I can give you that link and I can get you plugged in. Trish, I am in your private group and I'm having a hard time getting started. Have products? Do you have a one-on-one class or something? Yes. So Trish, go to our main channel here, and I have an FBA for beginners series that's already recorded in a playlist. So go through all of those so you get the basics and understanding of the Amazon side. We don't have an eBay 101 video series yet. It's on our whiteboard, so we're going to start working through that. But since you're in a VIP, we can set up a phone call. So message me or text me, which my number's in the group description, and we can set up a phone call for you and get you started. It is also harder, at least for me, to find US manufacturers. It's much easier to find manufacturers from China and India. Yep. And that's why most people do it, because US manufacturing, it can be done, and a lot of people do it, but it might be a little bit harder to find manufacturers at the right price. China and the cross seas, anywhere really, it's so much easier. Have we tried Amazon merch? Thoughts? Yes, we have done it. We have made some sales. I have not been putting any effort into it because I had to make a decision like probably 6 or 8 weeks ago that I every now and then I catch myself spreading myself too thin on projects, and I caught myself doing that again. So I put a stop on merch and I put a stop on a few other projects for now, just so I can focus on Amazon, getting our wholesale business up. Now that the wholesale business is rising up, then I'm going to start putting some gas back into Amazon merch. I have a VA hired for merch. I just need to actually start implementing the different tactics with that. But a huge, huge fan of it. It's probably going to be one of the most passive income streams you can do, especially if you have a VA helping you out. But you simply upload the design to Amazon. As customers order, Amazon will print the design on the t-shirt and ship it out for you. So it's almost like FBA for t-shirts, but all you're doing is uploading designs. So it's probably one of the more passive ways that you can make money online. There's no physical products. There's no storing anything. You're not buying and selling stuff. You simply just create designs, upload them, and you're good to go. But with that being said, you can't just upload any design. You got to make sure read through their whole terms of service, presidential stuff, movies. Like make sure you're not going against that stuff. How do you feel about Amazon if you're starting off for 2018? Do you think it'll be too saturated? If not, do you think it will become too saturated? I don't think it's going to get saturated at all, just because it doesn't even matter how many sellers get onto Amazon, because there's always way more customers than there are sellers. So I personally have no issue telling somebody 2018 is a good time to start Amazon. Is it harder than it was 2 years ago when I started? Absolutely. You've got brand restrictions, you've got IP claims, you've got all these crazy things that Amazon's doing now. So it's harder, but there's no reason why you can't start, go through the hoops that you need to jump through and make a business out of it. Just because there's more hoops doesn't mean it's going to be less effective. But as far as getting too saturated, not even on my radar. How much are you making per year? Honestly, I'm just wondering, with somebody such as yourself, where you're doing this for effectively a full-time job, how well does this pay? I'm sitting on 10,000 in free capital and hate my job. 10 grand is amazing to start with, by the way. I started with 500 bucks. I put 500 bucks into my first like go at Amazon 2 years ago. I didn't do an official update video, but I can tell you profit, we did 50K was what we did in 2017. And that wasn't doing full-time Amazon work or full-time eBay work, because we have multiple streams of income. But just on the reselling platforms, we managed to pull in 50K on profit. And a lot of that we were paying off. It was pretty sweet. We're on this big debt freedom kick. And so we're still not there yet, but we're working on it. But we paid off a lot of debt because of Amazon eBay. It was freaking amazing. That was debt that we were holding on to from consumer debt. So we spent years racking up the credit cards and doing all the dumb shit that young people do. And we used Amazon eBay as our platforms to make extra side money just to pay off some of those debts. So that was amazing. But we make just enough to pay our bills, to pay for our warehouse space, our utilities, our cell phone, eat, put gas in the car, and then every other penny after that, we just put right back into product. So that's kind of our system. We don't technically pull a salary or anything. We take out just enough, or the business pays for most of it, but we take out just enough to pay the bills, utilities, etc. And then the rest of it gets put right back into inventory, because that's how you scale. You have to always be putting money back into it. Do you plan on having your own website to additionally list your products in the future? Yes, we do. Yeah, once we get the wholesale products going more full-time and we have private label, I would definitely like to get our own Shopify store and start running that too. Have you guys ever gotten to drop shipping? I did drop shipping before Amazon for like 2 weeks. Was not a fan of it. There's too much that's out of your control for me to be comfortable with it. Not to say you can't make money with it, just not my personal preference. I was drop shipping right. This was right when the iPad Pro came out, and I was drop shipping iPad Pro cases from Amazon onto eBay, because you can get them on Amazon for like, I think it was it's like $12.99 or $14.99 at the time, and I was selling them for like $30 on eBay. So I mean, the idea of, click order, click order, click order, and then you make money, it's great. But when you run into out of stock issues and all that kind of stuff, if you've got a vendor or a straight from the manufacturer type of deal where you're never going to run out of stock and the pricing is very consistent, I would be into that. But as far as standard drop shipping that you see, it's not my ball game, and that's just my personal choice. I love this. How do I work full time, part time eBay, get gains, and have a girlfriend? It's called time management and prioritizing things. It's not easy, guys. Man, it's the same thing as Gary Vee says. Like, I wish I had a camera and I can document mine and Trista's journey together in the early days. There was a time that Trista was working 2 jobs and going to school. I was working a full-time job and going to massage school. That was my first career, was a massage therapist. And on the side, I was trying to build up my little online fitness coaching business. That was like my first little business I started, was online fitness coaching. We were doing all that at the same time. Not easy at all. There was times we didn't see each other for a week or 2 weeks at a time. And that's when we were dating and before we were married. It's not easy. I can tell you that. There's no magic answer I can give you, except for you've got to really prioritize your time. You've got to schedule. I mean, it sounds dumb, but you've got to schedule out time for your girlfriend, schedule out time for your workout, schedule out time for your eBay business, and obviously schedule out time for your work. But you've got to find these little slots that work for you, whether it's before work, on your lunch break, or after work, or late at night after the girlfriend goes to bed. Then you work on your business, and then you go to the gym and you squeeze in these little things. But it's a grind. It's a severe work-life balance that I think never truly gets to be 100%. I think it's always a battle. I think it's always going to be just a work in progress. But as long as you just prioritize your important things first, the rest will find its way. That's all I got for you on that. I know that wasn't some magical answer. Somebody like PKU. Oh yeah, PKU Dead has 10K to start. Do you suggest buying products or all the software that can easily rack up to 500 a month? You don't need any of the software to start, by the way. Some of them are tremendous time savers. Like the one I will back 1,000%. There's a couple of them depending on what category you want to get into, but Tactical Arbitrage is going to be one of the best on the market when it comes to online arbitrage. So I would definitely highly recommend that. Something like Inventory Lab, and we're talking about Amazon specific, not eBay. Inventory Lab is crucial in my opinion, just because it takes care of all the accounting, plus it helps you do your Amazon shipments with a lot more streamlined, smooth process. And those are like the top 2 that I would recommend when you're first starting out. But if he's someone like himself where he's got $10,000, man, product. You get as much product as you can with that 10K. Put it in. Don't spend your rent money, right? This is if you've got 10K that's ready to be put into something. And you can do some RA and OA in the beginning to learn how Amazon works. But if you've got that much capital ready to go, look into Wholesale. That's a great way to kind of streamline it. Do I sell video games online? Yes, I do. With sourcing wholesale products and finding websites to source from, do you guys just Google websites, or do you have the resources for all that information? Google, and a phone book, believe it or not. You'll find distributors and wholesalers and all that kind of stuff are still in phone books. So give them a call. But Google, you can locate pretty much any distributor, manufacturer, or brand. You can locate on Google. What items do I recommend purchasing in the beginning? Clothing or retail arbitrage? Any. Like, just choose a category and then go in on it and test it. Because If I love to sell electronics, that doesn't mean that you're going to go in and love to sell electronics too. So it's all about testing a few different things and seeing what works. We call this going wide and then going deep. So go wide, sell some clothing, sell some shoes, sell some electronics, sell some personal care items, sell some grocery items, sell some books, sell some video games, sell some toys. Go wide, and then you'll see which categories sell for you and that you love to do, and you'll start to get more deep on those categories. There's only a few people that I know of that choose a category right at the beginning and they go straight into it 100%. Someone like the Hustle Bee, right? Hustle Bee knew exactly as a sneakerhead what type of product he wanted to sell with sneakers. So he jumped in 100% eBay sneakers and he kills it. So he's one example, but a more common example is going to be go wide, sell a few different products from a few different categories, see what works for you, and then go deeper on those. Am I selling items? Or I'm sorry. Are you selling the items you're getting via wholesale on Amazon only or eBay and Amazon? I'm actually selling them on both. They sell way better on Amazon, but I am definitely seeing a few sales come in. We're making usually 2 or 3 sales a day right now on a couple wholesale products that we have. On eBay. On Amazon, it's more than that, but on eBay, they're starting to trickle in. Roy, what are the top games that have great profits? It would not be smart of me to publicly announce where my sources are, what my products are to a YouTube channel of almost 60,000 subscribers. So just like Gretchen said here, you've got to go out and find that out for yourself. It took me hours and hours and hours and hours of scanning and sourcing and scanning and sourcing and listing and selling and listing and selling to find what works for me and what my best titles are. Yeah, pawn shops are fantastic. Go to pawn shops, go to thrift stores, Goodwills, Target, Walmart, Kohl's. Like, go to all the different stores and scan all the different products, and you'll find money. I can promise you that. You guys, again, I can't answer those questions you guys are putting on here. Do I know any good wholesale sites? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to tell you because, again, I've got 60,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. And 2, I don't want you guys coming onto the listings and saturating them and dropping the price. So if you're ever asking what my products are, there's certain ones I will publicly show you guys, but the good ones, the stuff that we live on, that we pay our bills with, no, there's no way you're gonna find out. And that's with any seller. You're not gonna find out what their exact products are or where they're sourcing them from, because then it's just gonna saturate the market, right? I'd be creating my own competition on some of those good things. Now, if you're in our VIP group, I'm a little more open about certain products and certain sourcing methods. Again, I like to teach people how to fish, not just give them the fish. So in our VIP group, for example, I would not only show like, hey guys, you can go to this store and get this product for this profit. I would not only show that, which is the fish. I would show, oh, by the way, here's the methodology on how we're sourcing it and why we're buying it or not buying it. And that's what we do inside the VIP group. It's all about teaching you guys how to be more efficient in your business, which at the end of the day, we want you guys to scale and grow and to make better decisions on that. What is the lowest percent of profit margin to make on an item? That is completely different for everybody. Some people are comfortable with a low end of 20% ROI. Some people don't settle for less than 50%. And I think it depends which platform too, because if you're selling on eBay and you're doing thrifting, clothing, books, that kind of stuff, and books goes on Amazon too. But if you're doing like books and clothing, you can buy that stuff for under $1 and you can sell it for a 10,000% ROI. Versus something like Amazon grocery items, wholesale, you're going to be looking at 20, 30, 40%. 40 is on the high end, but you're looking at like 20 to 30%. And you're looking for higher volume to make up for the lower percentage. So it's a little bit different for each person and what they're comfortable with. As a home base, I like about 40% because that gives me wiggle room in my pricing, but I'll go as low as 20%, depending on how deep I am on the item and depending on the pricing, the market. So how many people are on the listing. There's a few different variations I look at when it comes to that. To join the VIP group, you just send out a request to join on Facebook. So the VIP group is a paid subscription group. We have 30, well, actually after the chat here, we probably have closer to like 25 or 30 slots left. $20 a month, sidehustlepros@vip.com, and you can grab one of those last spots. And I will say, once those spots are gone, I'm going to close down the group to new members for a while. So it's going to be our little our little secret society going on. I've been unmotivated lately when it comes to selling, and sales have been slow. What do you recommend to get your motivation and make sales pick up? So you answered your own question without probably even realizing it was in the same question. I've been unmotivated lately when it comes to selling, and sales have been slow. Your sales are slow because you've been unmotivated, and you're unmotivated because your sales are slow. That's the double-edged sword in this business. So if you want to get motivated again, you got to get your sales up. How do you get your sales up? It doesn't matter if you have motivation or not. You have to commit to going out and sourcing and to listing your products. Because once you see your sales come back up, your motivation is going to come back. And there's no magic way to do that. It's just, at the end of the day, results don't care if you feel like it. Results don't care how pumped up you are. Results don't care if you're not motivated. Results care if you're showing up consistently and putting in the work. If you show up, even if you don't feel like it, if you just show up consistently throughout the next 2 weeks and you start to buy more product and list more product, send it into Amazon, wherever you're selling, you're going to see your sales go up. And when you see your sales go up, that's when you're going to go, oh, yes, I'm back up, and you get motivated again. It's double-edged sword, guys. All right, cool. I think we made it close to the bottom. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Thank you, Gretchen. Yeah, Gretchen just plugged the website you need to go to down there. Do you need to be a member, parentheses, store of eBay in order to have access to the app that lets you see what it's selling and how much it's selling for, see if it's worth buying? No, you can download just with a regular eBay account, download the eBay app, and you can go in there, and when you search a product, let's say Nike Free Run 5.0, and you locate that item, right? Plug it in, hit search. It's going to show you what all the current listings look like. And then you go to filter and filter it by sold and completed, because that's going to show you what customers are actually paying versus what people are asking. Because I don't care if that pair of shoes is selling for $100 based on what the sellers are asking. If the market and the sold listings show that it's only selling for 60, then you go by the 60 price point to determine if it's worth it. Yeah, Gretchen said she uses that as a buyer just so she knows she's not overpaying. Cool, man. I appreciate that. Much, much appreciated, my friend. All right, guys, we are now at time. It has been an hour, which means thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hopping on here. Things like this YouTube channel, our Instagram account, this was all created and still primarily is to document our own journey. We're not the best. We don't have the most sales. We're not the best content creators. We're not the best YouTubers. We're not the best Instagram account by any means. But there's an audience, and you're part of that. There's an audience right here, this community that shows up and supports the video, supports the Instagram account, and you're just here. And so I just want to tell you guys, we appreciate it. We thank you. This is simply to document our journey. We do not by any means try to put on this front of having our shit together. We don't try to put on this front of having the perfect Amazon sales or the perfect eBay sales. We're just here to document our journey, whether that's the ups or the downs. We're here to share all of it. But aside from that, stay tuned, because with that being said, we are bringing back our side hustle vlog, which a lot of people were requesting lately. For some reason, we had like this influx of messages asking if we were bringing it back. We only did 4 episodes, and the last episode landed when we got this office space, and that was almost 5 months ago. So we're going to start our vlog back up, and we're literally just, I don't have it with me, but me and my camera, we just bring you guys behind the scenes Monday through Sunday for a whole week. That's basically 1 episode is 1 week, and they're just small little clips throughout each day. So it's definitely exciting. I actually, just before I hit record on, or not record, before I went live on here, I actually just put up an ad on Upwork. So I'm hiring a video editor that's also going to be creating Instagram stories content based on our YouTube videos. So there's going to be some cool little almost like Gary Vee style footage that's coming out for you guys based on what we're doing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But aside from that, thank you guys. I can't tell you how much we appreciate all of you being here and choosing to take time to watch these, because time is the biggest asset we have. And you guys take time out of your day to watch these videos, to hang out with us, to engage in the comment section, whether it's live or the recording. It's just amazing. And we thank you guys. So aside from that, peace out. Hit us up on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Pretty much every day. I'm getting really, really good at actually DMing people back on the same day. So if you're on Instagram, check us out at Side Hustle Pros, and hit me up anytime. I'm usually an open book, so I can give you guys pretty much any type of info that you need. Just don't ask what products I'm selling. Don't ask where I'm getting them from. I'll give you guys more fishing tips, not like here's the fish type of thing. But aside from that, peace out, crew. We'll see you next time.